Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist and welcome. And this is Rogue. I could not, I was supposed to film yesterday. I just forgot. There was a whole bunch of stuff that I needed to do on Monday that I was thinking about all weekend to not forget to do it. Like call the accountant, call my insurance company, those things. Plus, I had to take my sister to a physical therapy appointment. And I kept thinking there was something that I was forgetting. And then about 10 o'clock, Rachel called me and no, she texted and she's like, didn't you do a video today? I was like, so I decided to just do it this morning. Some weird stuff happened this week. So earlier this week, for a new start, which I'm going to show you, I went to Hobby Lobby to pick up a DMC thread that was supposed to be an alternative for one of the Classic Colorworks threads. And I had the number with me, but I was like, I'm just going to look at them and see if they remind me of the color in the pattern. So I pull up to Hobby Lobby, and all of the handicap, my sister was with me, so all of the handicap spaces were taken, and I saw an empty space not very far from the door, but right across from the handicap. I have to have a caveat about this, that I cannot park. I consider myself a fairly good driver. A good driver. I haven't had a ticket since before I had my son, and he's he's going to be 26 soon. But I can't park. And I think part of it is that I'm short, so it's hard for me to see exactly where the car is as a relation to other cars. But I don't know. But I pulled into that spot, and it was in between two other cars. And as I got out of the car, I realized, hey, I'm right in the middle of this spot. Yay! There was the car next to me, but, So I opened my door to get out, and this man that was loading stuff in with another man in the car next to me started yelling at me. How am I supposed to get it? He used a lot of profanity, but how am I supposed to get in the car now? And I was like, I'm a large woman. Well, I'm short, but I'm round. And I was like, I'm fat and I got out, so surely you can get in. And why did you park there? And I mean, he just kept going on and on. I'm like, what do you want me to do? And, obviously he wanted me to not park there, but it was a legal space and I was parked legally. I wasn't close to his car. And he just kept going off, telling me how stupid I was, and like I said, a lot of profanity. And I'm ashamed of myself that I even answered him past the first time, because I was like, what do you want me to do? But the man that he was with was older, and maybe it was his father, I don't know. And they were picking up a lot of greenery. And I can only suspect that he didn't want to have had to go to Hobby Lobby. Maybe it was too girlish for him. I don't know. I don't care. But he was very mad for like no reason. And that other man was just had his head down and wasn't responding and wasn't looking, and like trying to unlock the back gate of the van or whatever vehicle they had. And as I was leaving, I said, do you enjoy being with that man? And of course this guy knew I was talking about him, but later on I was like, this man has an anger management problem, and obviously, right? So I decided to pray for him instead, because it was either, just let it affect me, in that, angry. But I wasn't angry so much as just like confused as to what he was so mad about. Especially asking me, why did you park there? It's a legal parking spot in a public parking area in front of the store I want to go into, and I parked correctly for a change. Why would he even think of asking somebody that? I don't know. So that was the first weird thing that happened. And then just a couple of minor things, right? And then last night I go to start the dishwasher, and I go to close. When we close our dishwasher, it lights up, and then you push whatever buttons you want, and it starts the dishwasher. No light. We were wondering, is the dishwasher broken, or what's going on here? And then I said, it's not getting juice. It's not getting power. It's not like it started leaking everywhere, or didn't function after we turned it on. It just was getting no electricity. And I there is our dishwasher is here, and there's an outlet on that. It's not an island precisely. The counter jets out into the kitchen, and there's an outlet there. So I plug something into that outlet, and no juice. I think a circuit breaker tripped. I don't know why, but that's the only thing I can figure. In the house I grew up in, and every other house that I've been to, it is easy to find and deal with circuit breakers. In this house, it took my father and I hours to figure out where the circuit breakers are, and none of them are labeled. And the reason we were doing it is because we figured one of them had tripped. And and the front lights out here stopped coming on, but I figured that was just light bulbs or something. I don't know. It's not that important, so I ignored it. So maybe it's some of the same stuff. I have no idea. And I can't flip the breaker because it was late at night, and the circuit breakers are on the outside of the house, on the side of the house, and it was very dark, and they're screwed shut. When I found them, with my father, I said, I think they're in here. And he's like, but why are they screwed shut? I was like, maybe because they're outside? I don't know. I didn't feel like going and getting a screwdriver and trying to figure out if I could see them. Because like I said, the last time, it's like, when it's happened before, or if you need to turn off power so you can change an outlet or something. this way is on and this way's off, or whatever, which way it is. And this one is like, it goes from like here to like here. You know, so it's very hard to figure out which one you need to mess with. And as I said, they're not labeled. But I hope we can just figure it out quickly, because I don't want to have to wash everything by hand. I've gotten used to a dishwasher that works. Okay, but this isn't the home improvement area, so I'm gonna talk about my stitching. I bought stuff to finish Rachel's quilt. I haven't gotten around to putting it together because I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it a way that I'm not used to, and I wasn't able to get the right size batting for it, and so and my table that I work on is not going to be big enough to hold everything, and I don't have another surface I can use, so but I'll figure it out. I'm promising myself that I will at least attempt to start this week. Okay, so what am I going to talk about? I have a new start. So Erica Michaels, Happy Hanukkah. And I'm hoping to have this finished for my brother-in-law before his birthday in May. And that is my start. And so that's that top banner and the little flames. This color is the one that I was going to go get, and I didn't bring it here, but the called for was very gray. And you know, when I look at this, that's not gray, it's blue, and it was darker. And so I just picked one that I thought was right. I got the other one too so that I could compare to the pattern. But to me, this one more closely resembled what was on the pattern. And as you recall, the DMC issues I had with the moose, I was just like, I'm going to use what I think is right. But the others, fortunately, I have the called for. Okay, so so I've done some more work on Primrose Cottage Stitches Fresh Lemonade. And this is where I am. So, this is almost, that's just extra of this black that I'm going to need, but I don't want to count it. I'm going to put other stuff inside. This is almost the bottom of the pattern. It has like a row right here of stitches, not unlike this right here. So, I really want to finish this during the springtime. I kind of feel like I'm stretching myself a little thin, which might be why I'm not sewing. I don't know, other stuff, you know. So there is that. And then I decided to do some more work on Strawberry Berry, because I saw that she came out with a new one, and I told myself I will not buy that new one until I at least finish one of the ones I have. It's so pretty. So I noticed that I thought I had finished this berry, but there's 2 stitches missing. I don't know if I ran out of thread and said I'll do it when I do the other reds, but I have to remember to go back, and because you can tell it looks very different. But I put in these little brown specks up here, and that's a Smyrna cross surrounded by regular stitches. I haven't put the Smyrna cross in here. These are the centers of the flowers. So, I'm going to just keep plugging away at it, but I really want that other pattern, so I got to finish this, right? You know, when stuff is a series, you kind of want to just like, oh, I have to get them all as soon as they come out. Unless it's something that's going to go away, like, you know, it's only going to be there for, like market exclusives and stuff like that. Usually they come out again later, but I mean, even if they don't, that would be maybe why you'd want to just go ahead and grab, right? I purposely avoided looking at any of the market stuff until after market. Fat Quarter Shop has a nice thing that they did, and they interviewed not all of the designers, of course, but some of the designers that they purchased items from, and just had them show them stuff in their booth, which I thought was really nice. You know, they had a little interview with them and let them show their stuff, and hands-on design. It has a new berry. I think she might have put that out before market, but I don't know. And this bee pattern is so adorable. And I saw in, I'm trying to remember the designer. I can't remember. These little tiny pillows. Well, she stitched them on something that made them little like this, and I was like, okay, I might need to have those. And Sweet Wing Studio. Yeah, I might have to get a lot of those, but I told myself not to buy stuff until I've finished stitching what I have. We know that's not going to work, but you know. Wait, what do you need? Okay, so then Erica Michaels again. Because I like her berries, I get a lot of her patterns. And so here she is again. Now I finished Holly Jolly Berry 2 Christmases ago. I don't know. I've had this pattern for a while. And I thought I finished this berry, but when I took a picture of it, because I was talking about it on the Three Sisters video, I forgot. See these little hangers? It wasn't there. It's a good thing I didn't make it into a berry already, right? So the reason I had been looking at it was because I was making a topper for it. My Holly Jolly Berry has a crocheted top, but I used a red and a white and a green and made 3 different layers of a crocheted top. But I wanted to try this, and so this is where I am so far. I had started it before, and it had little like flounces in it and stuff, and I thought, you know what, that's a little too busy. So I remade it, and I believe this is at or close to the right size. I have to put it against the template, but it's a little curly, but it'll flatten out. So there's going to be stuff on here, and I might put felt or something on top. I don't know. There's going to be a little candy cane here. And in the berry, there's the yellow, I remember. In this circle, there's a peppermint. See? So I bought the peppermints and the candy canes. They're finished with a candy cane on top. I bought the peppermints and the candy canes when I bought the pattern. They're Jabco stuff. I'd like to finish this so I can use these embellishments that I bought. But there's also a leaf. That's not stitched. That's put on. So I'm working on that. As soon as I just get that finished and see if I want to put anything else, like I might make a little red one or a little white one, and just for the inside part. I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. So I've been working on this as well. This is the big piece. Excuse me. Come on over here. Come on. Come on. Lie down. This. I can't remember what she calls it. Anyway, this is how far I've gotten. And when I was getting ready to stitch this, I realized that this is not in the right place. And I decided to leave it like that. And so I'm going to have to make this one the same. But this bottom of this Y is supposed to come even with this. And I thought, okay, I guess I can snip all this out, and I would have to do this one too. Because this is in the right place. And this is in the right place. And then I looked at it and I said, do I care? No. So I just have to remember to do it the same over here. And the reason I stopped doing this, to go back and do this, was this Y intersects with the ornament right here. And so I thought it'd be easier to skip it if I, had it there already. And I might go ahead and stitch this little pattern in here right away, so that I don't have to remember which things to leave open. Anyway, I'm working on at least a few more days this month. It's already the 11th. How is this day going by so fast? I mean, this month. See, that's why I forgot. My brain is not functioning correctly. I don't know if I'm not getting enough sleep, or I'm trying to think of too many things at once. I have no idea. But anyway, so that is Holly Jolly Berry. And the last one I have is Stitchin Mommy's. Are you done? I realize I haven't put any of the fabrics. If you want to know what they are, ask me. But the berries and stuff with the berries, I try to use 32 count or 16 count. One of them I think is 18 count. On the berries, I'm not positive. The Hanukkah one, that's on white Lugana. Anyway, Stitchin Mommy's temperature turtles. Now, if you know anything about Phoenix, you know that there are a lot of things done here this time of year. We recently had the golf tournament. It's a big waste management golf tournament or something. I don't know. It's in Scottsdale. And also spring training. Now, when spring training comes, there's a lot of people come because it has many of the ball teams. Because in Phoenix, there are a lot of stadiums, and so they have games all over, and it's really nice because people can come and see a variety of games. They're not cheap, but it's fun, and if you really like baseball and you like more than one team, it's a lot of fun. But that's done, I think it's coming up soon. It's done around this time of year. Actually, I haven't heard anything about it this year. I don't follow sports. That's probably why. And I'm not an Uber driver anymore, so I don't care. Okay, so the reason that happens is because this time of year, it rarely rains. It's not super hot. It's not cold. It's not, there's no dust storms and all that kind of stuff. Phoenix gets dust storms a lot in the summer, but it's usually very pleasant weather. And as those of you who follow baseball know that it's not like football where they play in the snow. That's why it's mostly done in the summer. Is that the game that they call Boys of Summer? I don't know. Anyway, but it's very temperate here right now. And so when you see this, you're going to see, wait, you're using the same color, the whole thing. No, it's like 3 or 4 colors, but they're very close in color range. So we started here, and this was Friday. And so we've had cooler days, warmer days, but they're all right around the same temperature. And I suspect that most of this turtle is going to be yellow. That's okay. July's turtle will be red. So we might even get these colors again for April. It doesn't really start getting really super hot until May. And when I was living in Albuquerque, I could go swimming when it was 75, 80 degrees outside. To me, that was hot. Hot enough to go swimming. It's been 80 degrees here and I'm cold. We had one day that it was 81. I haven't looked in the last 2 days where it's been warmer. But this is why people move to Phoenix. They come here during this time of year and say, oh, this is so nice, especially if you like outdoor activities. And then summer comes and they go, did I move to the pit of hell? But I love it here. I do. I don't like the traffic. I don't like the crime. You know, every city, every place that people live has something wonderful and something not so wonderful. But because I have found something to love everywhere I have lived. But I just really, really, really like it here. Anyway, I've talked your ear off over nonsense. I hope you guys are having a great spring, and let me know about what you purchased from Market. I saw stuff from other designers that I liked, but those hands-on design pieces and the Sweet Green Studio pieces, so many of them are so beautiful. So anyway, I'll see you next week, hopefully on Monday. Hopefully I will not forget again. Bye.